Top 5 Homemade Dandruff Treatments and Shampoos. 1. Pour, rinse, and barely repeat with vinegar. Rinsing your hair with vinegar, specifically apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, may sound like a dreadful idea, but it can be quite an effective way to treat dandruff because it actually addresses the root of the problem, pun very much intended. Put simply, dandruff is the result of skin's cells maturing and dying too fast, building up, and causing irritation. Vinegar will get rid of the unwanted skin that would flake off into dandruff, and it won't clog up your pores or cause more. An overgrowth of fungus can also cause dandruff, and vinegar acts like a fungicide. Using it is straightforward, simple, and is probably easier on your hair than some shampoos out there. Just don't wash with it before a business meeting in a stuffy room. The biggest downfall is that your hair will smell like vinegar until you shower again, but it does go away. You will need -1/2 cup warm water, -1/2 cup ACV or white vinegar, a cup. Directions: mix together the warm water and vinegar in a cup. The total amount may be varied to be more or less depending on how much hair you have. Pour the mixture over your hair, scrub it around it gently for several minutes, and then rinse it thoroughly with water, only water. Wait about 8 to 12 hours before taking a normal shower. Repeat once every week or 2 weeks, depending on how often you feel you need it. 2. Break it up with baking soda. Baking soda is just an all-around useful thing to have in the house. It plays a large part in a lot of natural home remedies, and for good reason. It usually works. It helps to remove dandruff for a number of reasons. First, it mildly exfoliates, which gets rid of the excess dead skin. It also acts as a fungicide, and a common fungus that occurs on everyone's scalp can cause dandruff if it becomes overly abundant. In addition, its tiny particles can be useful in actually removing those loose flakes stuck in your hair instead of just breaking the pieces of skin up into smaller pieces. You will need -1 tablespoon of baking soda, -1 cup of water, a few drops of rosemary oil, optional. Directions: mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda to every 1 cup of warm water. If you're using an old, clean shampoo or soap bottle, shake up the mixture and apply generously. Otherwise, stir it before you use it. Do this in place of shampoo, daily if possible. Your hair may feel quite dry in the beginning, but its natural oils will restore themselves soon, and they will be much more balanced than when using some commercial shampoo. If you feel you absolutely must use shampoo, and really try the baking soda alone first if you can add a teaspoon of baking to a handful of shampoo and use that instead. The rosemary oil is optional, but some people find rosemary helps dandruff and think it has a pleasant scent. 3. Have fun with fenugreek. Fenugreek is a plant that is used commonly as a spice, particularly in Indian cuisine. However, it serves medicinal purposes as well. Fenugreek seeds have a composition that is rich in protein and amino acids, encouraging healthy hair growth and warding off those wicked flakes in the process. A little bonus: its high concentration of lecithin, a natural emollient, can help make hair stronger overall, and many people find that it leaves their hair silky smooth and soft. You will need -2 tablespoons of fenugreek seeds. Check a health food store if they aren't at your grocery store. A bowl of water. Something to grind the seeds with. Directions: soak the seeds in 1-2 cups of water overnight. The next morning, grind them into a fine paste and apply to your scalp. Leave it applied for 30-45 minutes, then wash with mild shampoo or water. 4. Treat your scalp to neem leaves. Neem leaves, also an Indian herb, make a great all-natural home remedy for your dandruff. Their properties not only relieve itching, they act as an antifungal as well, inhibiting the overgrowth of dandruff-causing fungus. Be aware that some people find its smell to be overwhelming. You will need at least 2 handfuls of neem leaves, 4-5 cups of hot water, Directions. Add 2 handfuls of neem leaves to 4 or 5 cups of hot water. Let it stand overnight. The next morning strain the liquid and use it to rinse your hair. You can also try making a paste out of leaves, applying it to your scalp, and letting it sit for about an hour before washing it off with water. 5. Utilize Listerine. Listerine was actually created in 1879 by a doctor in Missouri and used as a powerful surgical antiseptic for dentists. When the good doctor sold it to a pharmaceutical company, its uses broadened and it became the first over-the-counter mouthwash ever sold in the United States. In the 1930s and 40s, its original purposes was also to fight dandruff. It may seem random, but consider that Listerine fights fungus, and one of the most common cause of dandruff is an overabundance of you guessed it, fungus. You will need water Listerine mouthwash, preferably not green or blue as they might stain your hairspray bottle. Optional directions. Mix 2 parts water with 1 part Listerine. After you shampoo, spray or pour the solution onto your scalp, massage in well, and let sit for 30 minutes before rinsing with water.